Hello, it's been quite some time since I gave you the last update for the Sento engine that we're gonna swap it with Toyan's 4-cylinder engine. Of course, you guys asked for this and it will be cooler if we have bigger engine, and with nitro engine we have problems with the nitro type and all these things, but with the gas the problems will be less, and of course the engine gonna be bigger and it will be more powerful than how it is now. And I did some modification with this. So out of the box we're not gonna put it on the car, we have to do some modifications. So the intake manifold and also the exhaust. So for the intake, it comes with this intake, and the intake holes are very small and it has quite sharp bending. So with this intake, the carburetor will be at the back and we don't have any space here, and we want it to be in the front because if you want to put it like cold air intake with the headlight, it will be way easier to be here. So for this I test printed this one, which I resin printed and then send it to PCBWay to be 3D printed with titanium, which is the sponsor of this video. I'm happy to announce this video is sponsored by PCBWay. If you are thinking on custom design and need PCB board, sheet metal fabrication, injection molding or 3D printing, they can do all of that. Link in the video description box below. Back to the video. And it came out so good. This one is titanium, and for the exhaust I did the same thing. It comes with this kind of exhaust, and the exhaust, all these pipes are not equal. If the pipes are equal, that engine gonna be running so quiet and it will have way more efficient than if it's longer and shorter. If we look at this one is shorter and this one is longer. So for the burned gas, this one is way shorter, it comes out easily, and for this one it will take longer time to come out. So it will give it unstable idling when it's running. So I designed this one. All these pipes have same length, amount of time that takes from the first cylinder and the fourth cylinder be equal. This is what I did, and also I metal 3D printed this one and it came out really good. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put these together and take out the Sento engine and see what we have to do this kind of modification, because as we can see now it's very obvious. Engine bay is small and this engine is longer and it will be wider with these things. There will be one small problem too, double the weight of the Sento engine. So I think we're gonna have to replace the springs or replace the shock absorber. I think with the shock absorber we will have that much options, because if we change the shock absorber to the thicker one, it's not gonna fit. This is an easy fix, so we're gonna take care of that later. We're gonna remove the Sento engine and then put these together and see how much room we have to modify, and then put it in the engine and put it in the engine bay. Alright, the engine is completed. We have the intake and also the exhaust, but it's not gonna fit, even only the engine not gonna fit. So we have to think about moving the servos. So either the servos has to be moved or we have to flip it. And the third option is removing the servo and not having air suspension, which is not good. I don't want to remove it, I want to keep it. So we will think about pushing it to the side. We have some room here, but I have to make a bracket to make it stronger over there. So now if I want to modify this design in the software, I have to know all the measurements of this engine, and taking the measurement manually with a caliper, it will take you way longer time and it's not going to be accurate because you will forget something. So with the Sento engine, I did that. I designed the whole engine in the software so I can see where it's gonna sit, and I had to make, I don't know, 5-6 tries till I made the engine perfect over there. But in this video, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be doing something different. So what we have here is Inspire 2 3D scanner from Revopoint, and we also have a mobile kit so you can connect the 3D scanner with your phone and do the scanning if you are not using a laptop. So it will make the job way easier. So we will see. I will use my phone and then I will use it with the computer and see how the software will be. So we're going to be scanning the engine with the intake and also the exhaust to get the perfect measurement and then put it in the software so you can see where we have to push or delete some of these brackets. But we don't need to scan the car because I already have the file for this car. We're going to be scanning the engine and see how it will be. I'm really excited with this one because I never had a 3D scanner and I never used one. So we will see how easy it is and you guys gonna witness how it does the job. So let's do it. So these are the tracking stickers. You're gonna put it around the object so it doesn't lose it, but we will see when it's gonna use. Comes with the manual, quick setup guide. This is the turning table, yeah. This is the stand. It's also extendable. Cables. And this is the scanner itself. I remember when 3D scanners came out, it was double the size, but now look how small that is. Okay, these are the lenses. I believe you will use these when you are outside in a direct sunlight, but I'll test that in another video. But for today, we're gonna be focusing on the engine. Here's the cable, we're gonna need these, so okay, we have something else here. We have this glass, I believe it's for calibration, and yeah, this is for calibration board. We also have the mobile kit. This is the battery, which it will be a handle, it will power up the scanner. We have the cables that will connect the scanner with the phone, and both are Type-C. Okay, and here's for holding the phone. Alright, so first time we're gonna use the phone and remove this. We're gonna put this one on, which it will be sliding on the other piece. And you have a click here. This is here. And the next thing will be the phone. Alright, I assembled everything. The cable will go to the charger, then the phone, and the other end to the scanner. So now we have it, and I'm gonna scan it. Alright, it took me some time to know how it works, how's the tricks, and with the settings, if you change it, you will see the result will get better or worse. But I found when you turn on the flash, you can see the details more, especially with this engine, because some of the spots are very dark, and when you turn on the flashing, it comes out really good. And I also put the dots, so it's easier for the scanner for tracking. When I used my phone, because my phone was full, that's why it was cutting a bit, but after I removed some of the files, it was working. If you are not using phone, you can use your computer. It's way faster for rendering and also taking the details. Now we have the engine. It's very easy for me to modify the chassis and see what I have to delete, what I have to modify for the Toyan's 4-cylinder engine. I'm gonna be working on this for now, and then when I have the final file, I will let you guys know and I will give you another update. Hopefully we're gonna put the engine and run it right away, and I'm really excited for this engine. Without the scanner, it would took me way longer time to design the whole engine, and especially with this engine we have so many curves with the intake and all that detail. Sento engine is really easy to design, but this one is a bit tricky. I'm really happy with INSPIRE 2 Revopoint 3D scanner. It made my job really easy. I'll make sure to put the link in the video description box below for all the products, including the file, but the file will be for Sento engine. A big thank you for my Patreon supporters. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye for now.